Good afternoon, everyone. If we could just take a seat, please. So I'm Glenn Patterson. I'm the Chief Executive Officer here at the City of Casey. So it's my pleasure to welcome you here all today to Bunjil Place for the Victorian Electoral Commission declaration of the count for the City of Casey 2024 council election. Commencing with the acknowledgement of country, the City of Casey proudly acknowledges the traditional custodians, Casey's Aboriginal communities and their rich culture, and pays respect to their elders past, present and future. We acknowledge Aboriginal people as Australia's first peoples and as the traditional owners and custodians of the land on which we work and live. The first acknowledgement is to the VEC staff here today who've been toiling away over many weeks running this election process for us. So to welcome Amanda, Jeff and Lee this afternoon, just to thank you for your diligence and prudence over the last few weeks during the election process. Also to the candidates this afternoon, welcome here to Bunjil Place. Thank you on behalf of the City of Casey community for being prepared to put yourself forward for nomination and to going through the electoral process. We appreciate there's a lot of work involved in that. We've heard many stories of you door knocking and campaigning and spending a lot of time understanding the issues that are of importance to the people across the City of Casey. So for your dedication to that and your willingness to serve on the council here at the City of Casey, a real appreciation from all of us in relation to that. As you know, the City of Casey is a very large, complex and dynamic city. We're at about 425,000 in terms of our population at the moment, heading towards 660,000 by 2040. This is a large business too. We turn over here about $550 million. We've got a great range of people and services that we deliver and infrastructure that we manage on behalf of the City of Casey residents. So for you to have the opportunity to be part of that and to be part of the reintroduction of the democratically elected council here at the City of Casey, I think is a great opportunity for you, but also a real pleasure for us to be able to be back in a situation where we can work collaboratively with a councillor group on behalf of the citizens of the City of Casey to make sure that they have the support and the opportunities and the prosperity which they deserve. So at this stage, I will leave it there, and Amanda is not particularly well, so it might be if her voice gives out that you're going to be replaced by Lee. But for the moment, Amanda, I'll hand over to you. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this declaration ceremony for Casey City Council elections. The VEC too would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land we are meeting on today and pay respect to elders past and present and any other Aboriginal people here today. The way we're going to run the election is I've already notified all candidates that two of our wards, Akuna and Rivergum ward, are going to be subject to a recount because of the tightness or closeness of results. Understand those recounts will be occurring in the next day or two and all candidates will be notified about that. I'm going to pass over to Lee. My voice is very suspect and the last thing I want is for me to start coughing halfway through the declaration ceremony. So my Assistant Election Manager, Lee, is going to come and go through the declarations for the 10 wards that we are declaring today. Thanks, Lee.
I'm the last man standing. Bev and Chris are also sick. Casuarina ward. In Casuarina there were 10 candidates standing for election. A count was conducted by computer to determine the candidate elected to the one vacancy for Casuarina ward. I hereby declare Kim Ross as the elected councillor for Casuarina ward. I now call on Kim if she wants to speak. You can come down and speak if you want to. Everyone will be asked to speak, so it's up to you whether you come down or not. It's very bright too.
Okay, hi guys. It's a nice little quite friendly audience, which is probably a great start. So obviously going to start with thank you, and I do want to thank the VEC staff, and I want to thank Lee, because I went down twice to do my candidate statement. I did it once and got home and had a big rethink and went, oh, and my daughter goes, yeah, Mum, doesn't really sound like you. So I went, yep. So I rewrote part of it and went down again, and I found them just an absolute delight to work with, and it made it really stress-free because, yep, I was a bit of a nervous Nelly. Anyway, sorry, there's a few of us to get through, so I won't take up too much time. I did really want to thank Jane Foreman, who came second in Casuarina, and she had the grace to call me last night, and congratulate me, which my son overheard. So it was a wonderful role modelling example for my 25-year-old to hear. So I did really want to thank her. And I look forward to getting to know you all and working with you.
Right, the next ward is Coria. In Coria, there were 6 candidates standing for election. A count was conducted by computer to determine the candidate elected for the one vacancy in Coria ward. I hereby declare Gary Rowe as the elected councillor for Coria ward, and I call on Gary to come and speak.
Gary, congratulations.
Well, unaccustomed as I am to public speaking, I won't speak. I am so honoured and nervous about this. I wasn't nervous, it's just emotion. Emotion of 5 years. Emotion for what the staff and everybody have had to go through in relation to everything they've had to do over that 5-year period. And emotion for Maria, she's got to put up with me now, coming to council. And it's something that I was determined to do. Come back and be a real difference with the rest of the councillors to the people of Casey. It's been a long time for the community, because they're now going to have 10 people that they can call on within their own community. I personally think that perhaps one councillor per ward is possibly a bit light on, because I was in the council when we were able to take a holiday and there'd be somebody else there working with you to to fill the hole. And perhaps that, you know, we're going to have a look at a few things, and we're going to have meetings, and we're going to talk about these things and get everybody's opinion, which I think is going to be fantastic. I welcome all the other candidates who have been successful, and for those one or two that aren't here, you know, they will certainly be with us shortly. Glenn, thank you for your friendship. Should have had that scotch. But, you know, that's why Casey and the council are so important to me. Very, very important. So thank you for putting up with me, and I look forward to making the best of what we've got. So thank you.
The next ward is Cranbourne Gardens ward. In Cranbourne Gardens, there were 6 candidates standing for election. A count was conducted by a computer to determine the candidate elected to the 1 vacancy for Cranbourne Gardens ward. I hereby declare Michelle Crowther as elected councillor for Cranbourne Gardens ward. I now call on Michelle to address the meeting.
Thank you. I'd also like to thank the VEC and Amanda particularly for my late night emails and replying so quickly and making the whole process very smooth. It's an honour and a privilege to be elected as the councillor for the Cranbourne Gardens ward. I'm still in a little bit of shock. It's been a huge team effort and I really appreciate the help of my friends and family. It has kind of consumed our lives for the last couple of months. My husband and children are here today and I'd like to thank them particularly for helping with photographing, letterboxing and Canva. They've helped me a lot on Canva, the kids, so thank you. I look forward to this opportunity and making a difference for our community and being a strong voice for the southern parts of Casey. And I look forward to learning more and meeting people and working forwards. Thank you.
The next ward is Derwynia. In Derwynia, there were 8 candidates standing for election. A count was conducted by computer to determine the candidate elected to the 1 vacancy for Derwynia ward. I hereby declare Anthony Walter as the elected councillor for Derwynia ward. Anthony, are you here? Okay, I'll move on. The next ward is Grevillea. In Grevillea, there were 9 candidates standing for election. A count was conducted by computer to determine the candidate elected to the 1 vacancy for Grevillea ward. I hereby declare Dave Perry as elected councillor for Grevillea ward. Is Dave here?
All right. I wasn't expecting to say anything today, but I think a lot of us were motivated to run. I don't know in other wards, but we were motivated to run. We were a little bit angry that we had no council for the past 5 years. I don't know. We could go into a lot of detail about that, but I think a lot of us ran out of anger. I'll do my best to represent the north part of Casey. I just wanted to say, while I'm up here, when I was in year 9, I ran for the SRC. I went to St. John's High School in Dandenong. I grew up in Endeavour Hills and I live in Narre North now. But I ran for the SRC. And again, it was an auditorium not dissimilar to this. And I hadn't prepared a speech. A lot of people got up with prepared speeches. I got up and I said, a vote for me is a vote for the people. That remains true today. And yeah, thank you very much.
The next ward is Calora ward. In Calora, there were 9 candidates standing for election. A count was conducted by a computer to determine the candidate elected to the 1 vacancy for Calora ward. I hereby declare Melinda Ambrose as the elected councillor for Calora ward. Is Melinda here?
Welcome everyone. Thanks for being here today. Look, I just want to do a big shout out to everyone that helped me, which is my community, my family, my friends. Without them, I wouldn't be standing here today, without their support. I want to also give a bit of a recognition to all the other candidates of Calora. They ran. We got to guess at some point of time got to meet each other, which was fantastic, and get to know each other. So I'm looking forward actually to remaining to work with them for the residents of Endeavour Hills, Narre Warren North and Lysterfield South, and a little pocket of Narre Warren. I just also want to say, look, I'm really looking forward to representing the residents. I have, I guess this has had this ambition and goal, and I'm standing here today, and I'm really looking forward. Like I said, I'm honoured, I'm privileged, and I'm really looking forward to representing the whole city of Casey and making sure that we go in the right direction and are looking to new beginnings. So thank you.
The next ward is Cowan. In Cowan, there were 8 candidates standing for election. A count was conducted by computer to determine the candidate elected to the one vacancy for Cowan Ward. I hereby declare Shane Taylor as the elected councillor for Cowan Ward. Is Shane here?
Well, again, I'd like to thank the VEC for all the work that they've done. It's an incredible process to go through as a candidate, and I'm sure as staff of the VEC. First of all, I'd like to thank all the candidates that ran. It was a fantastic group of people, to be honest. All the candidates were good quality candidates, and it was a very tight race. So I'm surprised to be up here, but yeah, look, I don't take that the fact that I'm elected lightly. I believe that Casey does need good representation. We need a strong voice in Casey. We need good people to stand up and represent the people. So that's why I ran, and I'd like to obviously thank all the people that supported me through the process. I had an incredible team of people behind me and the community. So, yeah, thank you.
The next ward is Quarters Ward. In Quarters, there were 8 candidates standing for election. A count was conducted by computer to determine the candidate elected to the one vacancy for Quarters Ward. I hereby declare Carolyn Eves as the elected councillor for Quarters Ward. Is Carolyn here? Carolyn.
Hi, my name's Carolyn. I'd like to thank the VEC staff for all the assistance and help you gave me. I had many questions, you answered them all. Thank you. I ran a very low-key campaign, so I'd like to thank my family, friends and community. And I'm very proud, I only spent $750. It was the issue that got me here, and the issue was the previous council and good governance, and I'm one for good governance. As a councillor, it's our job to look after and safeguard the assets of Casey and make sure money is being spent well. I don't think the previous council did that, and I'm going to make sure I do and answer any questions my community has. So I'd like to thank you all and look forward to dealing with all the councillors in the future. So get it right this time. Thank you.
The next ward is Tooradin. In Tooradin, there were 7 candidates standing for election. A count was conducted by computer to determine the candidate elected to the one vacancy for Tooradin Ward. I hereby declare Jennifer Dizon, I hope I'm saying it properly, Yeah, good. Jennifer, would you like to come down?
Good afternoon, everyone. I would firstly like to thank the VEC staff for the hard work during the election period. You guys have done an amazing job, and thank you so much for answering all our queries and whatever not. Firstly, I would like to thank the people who have supported me to make this possible. My parents are here today, and I couldn't be any more grateful for the support. My husband, unfortunately, couldn't come, but thank you. I ran for council because I really want to make a positive change to the community, and I really do hope that I am able to bring in my legal skills on board, and I look forward to working with my fellow councillors, and congratulations, and yeah, thank you so much.
The next ward is Waratah, and it's the last ward today. In Waratah, there were 5 candidates standing for election. A count was conducted by computer to determine the candidate elected to the one vacancy in Waratah ward. I hereby declare Stefan Kuhlmann as the councillor for Waratah ward. Is Stefan here? He's not here, but I have a statement to read out on his behalf. Yes.
So just to explain, this was emailed through to me this morning from Stefan, and his request was that I just read this out on his behalf. It says, "Good afternoon. I'm honoured to be elected as the new councillor for Waratah ward. Unfortunately, I'm unable to be there today as I'm spending some time with my family following the campaign. However, I want to express my sincere gratitude for the overwhelming support from the residents of Waratah ward. It's truly humbling to be the first person from the area of Waratah ward in over 30 years to be elected to represent our community. I look forward to hitting the ground running next week and working with all the successful candidates to make Casey an even better place for all the residents. A special thanks to the election staff from the Victorian Electoral Commission for ensuring the voting process ran smoothly and with integrity. It's an honour to represent Waratah ward, and I'm excited to get to work serving the community." Thanks.
This concludes the declaration for Casey City Council elections. The results of the elections are available on the VEC website, and we also have them here. I don't know where, Jeff's got them up there. We don't know. Thank you for attending.
At the risk of stating the obvious, please stay around. We've got some hospitality here for you. It's also an opportunity for you to meet one another and to meet some of the key that disappeared.